editing things that you need to know. That people that tell you things that you need to know don't tell you. 1. Editing software that comes with your graphics card, be it Relive or Shadowplay, I think NVIDIA's is called, record in H.264 or H.265. You don't really want that. But that's the only options you really get, unless you use Bandicam, which I'm not using, because that eats up your CPU, which eats up frames, which blah 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 blah. So, what you're going to do is get Handbrake. This is Resolve, this is editing software, I'll get to this. You want Handbrake. It's free. It's an encoding software. Use it. You're going to be met with this. You're going to need footage for a start. This is what my test subject is going to be. Note it was 2.37 gigabytes. It's also not in 1080p. It's in this weird kind of setting. I don't know what causes that, but it happens. You can upscale it. You can upscale this to 4K if you want at this stage, but it's better to do at the end because it's easier to work with. You're going to want to have a constant frame rate, not a peak or a variable. Constant frame rate. Now I'm going to do two things here. H.264 and MPEG-4. I would do this, but that would take too long. You're going to want a place to put these. I put them here normally. Just in video. And there's where all my video captures go, up in these folders. So this is all the things that need to be edited. Edited. It's a weird word. Oh, no, I don't want to save it there. I want to save it here. Now, in H.264, 18 isn't lossless, but it's compressed similar to the original file. I'm going to add that to queue. And I'm going to do, that was an MP4. No, it was H.264. It's under the category of MP4, but it's encoded as H.264. If I do this, and make sure it's not on 18 cell, it will still be called MP4. But when I add it to the queue, I'm actually going to change the name here. When I add it to the queue, it's going to be MPEG-4. Let's see if it shows up here. Yeah, video H.264, and then video MPEG-4. Okay. So, you have your video. You have all your encoding settings done. Now you need to encode it. This can take a very, very long time. So I'm going to stop the recording, do something else, and then I'll be back. Because fuck me, it takes a while. Alright, those two just finished. Now, that took a very long time. About an hour. That's mainly because I was doing two at the same time. If you're just doing one, especially if it's MPEG-4, which I recommend if you are editing, it will take a shorter time than the H.264. MPEG-4 seems brilliant. Why don't you use it all the time? Well, remember, because I've forgotten, this was the original file size. 237. 310. It didn't go up drastically. But this is mine, 13.4. On MPEG-4, lossless mode, 36.6. It does get a bigger file size. So, here are my two things. So this has gotten smaller, this has gotten bigger. This one has no loss quality, this one has loss quality, but I'm doing this for the sake of one is easier to use. And just so, yes, this is the one that is MPEG-4 encoded. It should be here. No, that's file type. The editing software shows it better anyway. You can see it's been changed to 1080p. Now, the editing software. I like this editing software. Resolve. or DaVinci Resolve 12.5. Very nice software. Not the greatest, but very usable. It has had driver issues in the past. It's a driver issue, so just go back to drivers that used to work. Let me just let this hurry up and open. This is what I'm going to be editing this video with. That's what I'm procrastinating right now. So let's open a new project, get these two files, and show you, yes, change. If it asks that, yes, change it. This is the bigger file, that is the MPEG-4, and this is the smaller file, that is h.264. Now I'm going to show you the h.264, and if you are confused, click the little ... box. Okay, there it is, click here, hit play, and we wait. There you go. And it's very framey, it's hard to tell where the sound is syncing up with everything. But it's smoothed out now, and it's decent. Let's get rid of it because I fucking hate it. MPEG-4, or hate working with it. I don't hate it, but I hate working with it. It's a really good concept for recording and then just straight uploading. Great for that. Horrible for editing. The reason it's great for just straight uploading is because it is a simple encoding, or not simple. It's really complex coding, but it is really, how do I describe it? It makes things run better. Hello? Let me just delete this. Maybe that's causing the problem. It was causing the problem. Now, already you can see the difference. And that's even better there. So for the extra file size, you get much better. Now I'm going to stop this because I've gotten multiple copyright strikes about this game. Fuck the people that do that. Anyway. So this is much easier to edit. Like cut, delete, delete, play. There you go. Now if I were to do that with this, cut, delete. I didn't want that to happen. Play. We wait. See what I mean? Much better to use MPEG-4 than h.64. Also, what was I saying about the variable frame rate? Ignore all this. I didn't know all that was there. Let's go to this one, the unedited, without the encoding. Let's listen to it. Now it is recorded in h.64, so it's still still bad to listen to, but let's see if we can MIDI offline. This does happen with h.264. It's not uncommon, but the point I wanted to do, and I didn't really plan on doing it, was that if you do not have a consistent frame rate by using the consistent frame rate 60 FPS, even if your video is at 30 FPS, you can do it at 60 FPS, don't worry, it will display 30 frames a second as it normally would, except it would have 2 frames where there should have only been 1. It won't make your video longer, it just will double the file size basically. But if you don't want to consistently go back and forth or don't have presets made, yeah, just stick it on 60 1080. That's what Rooster Teeth do. Rooster Teeth just stick it on 60 1080p for all their console recorded stuff. You might have seen their Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild stuff. That was all 1080p 60 FPS, even though Breath of the Wild is 980p 30 FPS. Sometimes less than that. So you can just stick it up to 1080 60 FPS and it'll come out on YouTube like that and it'll say it is. Now for the final part. delivering. Something about delivering that I have to say. Especially in this program, they make it really easy, so you just go doot, doot, done. H.264 is a less quality version. Bring it up to MPEG-4. And you can go through all of this and mess with this, but this is what I use to upload. I use MPEG-4, QuickTime, add to render queue, select a place for it to go to. I don't have anything that I want to render, and then start rendering it. So yeah, these are basically my essentials for editing. Change it to a constant 1080p 60 FPS video with a consistent frame rate encoded in MPEG-4, not H.264 or 265. 265 is worse than 264. It's a really good... H.264 is not bad. It's really good if you want to record it and upload it. If you want to edit, use MPEG-4, especially if your PC is not the most powerful. So yeah, that's the essential things that you kind of need to know about editing. Get a good editing software. I'm just gonna switch over to here because all of that media not found, if I go here and remove these two, it will go back to, this is the MPEG-4 one. I think I might have just dragged in the wrong one. No, that should be the right one. Anyway, I'm gonna stop messing with this because it's changing files too much and you don't want to really do that. Anyway, constant frame rate, 1080p, 60 FPS, using Handbrake, or if you find a similar software, I've never heard of any other software like this, then use it, but make sure it has these kind of options here. These are the important options. This is kind of important, but this is the real important stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling over myself. I do this a lot when I end videos. Means I don't know how to end videos properly. Do these things, your editing will be easier and smoother, and the video will be in sync with audio. That's what the constant frame rate is for, being in sync. If you record your voice separate from the recording software, which I'm about to start doing, make sure you have a sync point. So yeah, that's it. This is the editing stuff you need. Handbrake, recording software, and DaVinci Resolve. All of these are free, by the way. Probably should have said that at the start. These are really handy. One thing I didn't point out while making the video, the audio library on YouTube. This is what everyone uses. You can scroll through this and you'll hear very, very familiar things, such as... Is it this one? No. This one. No. 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 Is it Dog and Pony Show? Yes, this! Everyone uses Dog and Pony Show. And well, not everyone, but a lot of people use it. No, not Black Vulture. A lot of people use these things. Go away, Rogan. You're not ready yet. People use this. This is what I use for my videos. I'm not sure about other sites, but you can use this on YouTube. Certain ones have, go away, Rogan. Certain ones have this like little person thingy here, and you can click it and it'll say, you need to put this in video if you're going to be using it. I'm not using it, so I don't have to. So, thanks for that. But, yeah. That scared the shit out of me. Some of these... There's no audio balance for this, by the way. You just have to deal with it. It's good. Use it. Another tip that I didn't add. This is going to be stapled on to the end.